All right, hello everyone, and welcome to our discussion of the EmuCub Questionnaire, which is a tradition that we've done since season one. We're basically just surveying all the participants and asking them a lot of questions about the game to get, just a picture of how the meta is seen at the moment. And we were supposed to be joined by BDW, but he's nowhere to be seen right now, so you have to do with me, Propaganda Panda, and Sam right now. Hello.
Hello, I am super excited about this. I think this is the most anticipated video of the whole Emu Cop.
I mean, the other videos are probably just going to be streams of me playing, so yeah, I would also prefer this one. And as per usual,
So
we have...
you've prepared a whole PowerPoint for us of like 70 slides.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
So it's gonna be a lot, but I mean, it's more than it sounds. I always try to make this zoomer friendly, so it's very little text, a lot of images, so you can stay engaged. And
Good. Let's go.
yeah, let's go. Let's try to keep it at like 1 hour or 1.5 hours. All right, so number of votes has been steadily declining. If I have to scold our participants here a little bit, I think we were at like 58 like 2 seasons ago, but now it's down to 41, which is still good. 41 out of 64.
So 41 out of 64 people.
Yeah, exactly. Which is still good
Is that
enough.
including people that aren't in the Emu Cop? Have we included their results?
I did not include them this time. And we had Blanket Addict voting, also giving up some really unhinged takes. But
oh yeah, definitely want to leave those out. My goodness.
Yeah, not this time. Boosie also voted. But no, this time. Okay, average age, we can just go through this quickly. It's still the same. I think it's always been around the 30, 31 years, which makes sense. Obviously, it's largely the same people participating. We are sadly getting a little bit older. Although I think
this average mean? Mean or median?
I think it's mean. Did not check for median, but I think median is also right around this. Maybe a little bit older actually, because we probably have some outliers, some very young ones, pulling down the average. But yeah, I think about half of the participants are actually debutants, so it's kind of interesting that there is no change in this, and both of us are older than the average. So
yes, I was thinking, hey, that's my age, and then realized, nope, I'm actually 4 years older now.
yeah, I mean, we're missing BDW for the youthful energy, so goes to grandpas here.
Steezy is in the chat. Steezy is our current only viewer. Nice.
That's cool. Oh yes.
Pets, yes.
Yes.
Of people that don't own a pet, what the hell's going on, man?
Yeah, I don't know. On a pet leg. That's what it is. I mean, I think in season one, the number of non-pet owners was actually higher. So the pet owners are winning. Have been winning for quite a while now. So there's that. Yeah, obviously everybody who watches your channel will know about your pets, about your dog, your cat. Seen some pictures of them, hopefully.
Yes.
Okay, favorite board game. Terraforming Mars has been number one every time so far. But the new leader is actually SETI.
Oh, wow.
I know you've been probably asked this like 20 times before on streams, but have you played SETI yet?
I haven't. When it comes to like newer board games, I don't really have access to them unless they come onto BGA.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
but I mean, it's one that's been on my radar.
I'm very sure that you would enjoy it a lot. I mean, it's also just like one of these like tableau builders with tons of cards, right? So I think it makes sense that people enjoy SETI, Terraforming Mars, Wingspan, Everdell, Spirit Island, all games with a lot of cards, right? And yeah, obviously it takes a while until some of these games come to Australia, I guess. But
I mean, you can buy them in Australia, but no one in my game group like buys the new games, so we just don't play them.
Okay, yeah, that sucks.
TFM, not surprising at all. Everdell's a good shout. I like Everdell a lot.
True, I would also love to see this on BGA. And I mean, SETI may come to BGA at some point, right? A lot of Czech games, edition games are on BGA eventually. Although SETI is not that great as a two-player game, I would say. I think it's better at 3 or 4. So not sure if
it doesn't stop other games. There's things like Terra Mystica and Gaia Project, which are better at 3 and 4, and they still They're pretty popular.
Yeah, that's true. Or Agricola, so
Yeah, that as
interesting
well.
to see. Most played board game on Arena on BJ. Well, okay, still Terraforming Mars, and I don't know, like why is Flip 7 at 3?
Dude, the Flip 7 people are trolling. Come on,
Yeah.
that's your most played game.
I mean, for those who
Oh,
aren't
dear.
like in the community, like or that active, like Flip 7 has become the new meme game of the Discord server for some reason, which totally eludes me. I don't
It's
know.
such a stupid game, though.
I mean, that's probably the reason, right? Exactly for sale. Also, Slayer is in chat. I mean, Slayer is probably responsible for this. I gotta say, like, bro.
We have another hot take in chat. Steezy saying Ark is better at 3-player. I'll disagree with that.
I think I actually agree. Like, I like 2-player for convenience, but I think 3-player Ark is actually really cool. Not like I've played it more often than like 3 times in my life, but
I don't really see what it. I mean, it adds game time. I don't really see what it adds apart from that. It probably doesn't add any enjoyment for me.
I mean, yes, you can. Oh, yeah, Ark the Dinosaur game. Yeah, this one, of course, is the best one. Right, as well. But I think they're just fighting for the projects. It's interesting to not have them blocked. But yeah, I mean, also like initial associate position is then very important. The more player counts you have. And okay, last one about board game questions. Have you played Sanctuary? Only 15% have played it so far. Both of us are amongst them. And I think both of us enjoyed it quite a lot, right? So
yeah, really good game. It has like the same sort of vibes as Ark Nova, but it's very different gameplay, and it feels like satisfying to play. It's a very good game.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And you can like still pull off some really insane combos. And of course, there are some things that we like for example, giraffe being a large animal finally.
Yeah. It's definitely more casual vibe. Like you can play it with sort of more beginners to the hobby, and they'll enjoy it. And yeah, certainly easier to play, but it is good at higher play counts as well.
Yeah, that's true. And it's really fast. I think if it came to BJ, you could play a game in like 10 to 15 minutes, unless you are slower and like.
True. I mean, you can already do that with Ark Nova, though.
Yeah, if Portcard plays himself, or Portcard with BDW, I can definitely do it. But okay, so this was like the warm up. So now let's get, yeah, to the more interesting ones. All right, we ask this every time. Best card. Last time, Explorer first, Amazon House second, Aquarium Sunbear third. Do you think anything has changed? What did you vote for? Probably Explorer?
I voted for Explorer from memory, and I think I'd still stick with that, although I'd say second Aquarium is pretty damn good as well.
True. I was also interested to see whether Amazon House maybe get to the top spot, but actually, this has been it's basically the same, right? So nothing has changed. I feel like kind of a consensus has begun to settle in. Obviously, I did not vote for either of these cards. It can be seen on screen.
Were you one of those stupid people that voted for money sponsors as a card?
Well, we can go to the other votes here. I voted for Science Library.
I mean, I'm a huge Science Library fan, but I don't think it's the best card in the game.
I mean, yeah, I'm just someone who really like values cards which can be played at any stage of the game, right? Which is also why I have like geologists and hydrologists and these cards like very, very high. But yeah. I mean, everybody has their own criteria. But why don't you think money sponsors is a bad answer? I think it's actually a very good answer.
No, because like the first time we heard it was creative, but now it's just like seriously. Obviously, we're talking about the cards in the game, not the freaking action cards.
Yeah, okay.
Or the endgame cards, Toby. Come on.
I mean, yeah, I guess so, but I still don't hate the answers. Like we'll get to the action cards later, but yeah, did Asian Elephant win the Reddit poll, Tony? So I don't.
It won the 5-size one, yeah.
I think so, yeah. I mean,
I think it beat the Eagle.
True, yeah. I wouldn't say it's the best card, but I don't think it's an outrageous choice. Like, definitely interesting.
I think it's pretty outrageous. I think when you have things like Explorer and Amazon House and Aquarium, that is like clearly superior to an elephant.
Do you think that the best card would always be a sponsor, just like inherently because sponsors are so good, or if someone said like
because
Sunbear?
I think animals are too replaceable.
Okay, so even Sunbear wouldn't be like up there in the like top, I don't know, 5.
Oh, Sunbear would be the best animal, but no, I think I'd have like 5 sponsors ahead of it for sure, at least.
Interesting. I mean, I probably agree. I mean, sponsors are just kind of OP, right? So it also makes sense why sponsors are always leading the votes.
Yeah, they're just giving you points for no money, whereas Sunbear, you have to have an enclosure and trade money to get points.
Agree. Toby sticking with his choice. Yeah, I think Conservation Zoo. I think Toby also voted for favorite zoo in season 1. Now it's Conservation Zoo. So BDW also voted for Explorer, by the way. Well, I mean, it's hard to disagree. I'm sticking with my signed library, but we will have some category about Explorer later, so I'm not gonna go too much into detail about this. Worst card. Okay, so I think season 1 and season 2 was Free Range New World Monkeys, winning by a pretty wide margin until Farm Cat shows up. Do you remember what you voted for?
I think Farm Cat as well.
Farm Cat, okay.
It's just hard to find a worse card than it.
So I would assume you also think that it's leading the community vote still.
I would be surprised if it wasn't.
And yeah, it is actually. Well, we're gonna have a section about hot takes later because I nearly voted for Farm Cat as most underrated card actually.
I mean, I've had those games where you have like Pavilion build and an early Scarlet Macaw or something, and even then you're playing it for 5 appeal. It's so underwhelming. That's like best case scenario. Maybe you can do some cute things with the end game, but like you can also just play without it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's great. It's probably still like I still have it in F tier, so it's weird to say for me to say I think it's very underrated. It's still F tier, but I don't know. Like maybe next hot take, but I think honestly any card with a tag can never be the worst card in the game. That's just how I see it.
Okay, you probably think the worst card is like the Emu or something.
I voted for Franchise Business actually.
Yeah, I mean, if 4-player didn't exist, maybe it's pretty damn good in 4-player though, especially if you're playing with like beginners that always build kiosks.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's definitely better with higher player counts. And like, it really depends on how good the opponents are, right? Like, I once had a 4-player game with JD and Boxer and I think Sir Fluffy, and I had Franchise Business, and I couldn't play it, and neither of my opponents had any kiosk either. So I think in top level games, maybe still not that great.
I agree with that.
But Reconstruction also second.
Reconstruction has enough uses. It still like rarely gets played, and it's pretty much purely a mid to end game card, but it has its uses.
Yeah, I think there's no way it's like the second worst card. Free Range New World Monkeys not being in the top 3 for the first time. I mean, Noreen Worlds has added quite a lot of garbage cards, so I think.
It's kind of surprising. We said that the top card would always be a sponsor card, but do you think the bottom card should always be a sponsor card? Like, what about some of the trash animals?
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly surprised that Emu is not. I mean, we can look at the other votes. Emu actually got no votes, 0 votes, which I think is very surprising because, I mean, I know it's the Emu, like we all love it, but come on, the Emu is so garbage. I think it's definitely like one of the top. Should be one of the top 3 or 5 choices.
Cassowary is a pretty bad animal. I would have Cassowary very close to worst card.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we can see like 3 sizes. I mean, we had even multiple people voting for Ghoul's Monitor. Slayer was one of them. So if you're still watching, Tony, shout out to you.
Yeah. Engineer is definitely not correct.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, Engineers. I mean, I see it similar as to Reconstruction. Like, it's better than Reconstruction, but I mean, honestly, just playing it for the end game already makes it too good to be one of the worst cards, I think. And yeah, I mean, yeah, what did Northern Giraffe do to Rosanna? Asked Slayer. Yeah, good question. I honestly think it's not. I don't think it's the worst card, but I don't think it's a super bad choice because I don't know.
I think generally it's pretty bad value, and it suffers from all three sizes being pretty bad as well.
Yeah, exactly. And we can see, I mean, 3 animals have been voted here, and all of them have 3 sizes, which is definitely like something that a community opinion that has been that is formed over the last like months and year that 3 sizes are just rated so lowly now. I mean, not without reason.
Yeah. Tabiko completely trolling with higher association.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not even the worst action card. Come on.
honestly, with Tobiko, you never know whether he's serious or he was just trolling, right? Because, I mean, there's no way.
Yeah, it's not even like a bottom 5 action card.
Yeah,
that's a ridiculous take.
I mean, you're complaining about people like putting non-cards and like action cards in, but if you do this, then at least put something like +1 build or I don't know, determination association or something like this in. But
yeah, +1 build, get out of here.
Absolutely unhinged. Okay, most underrated card. Well, this one is always a bit all over the place.
That's a tough one. I feel like there's too many too many different answers. It's going to be a low percentage that wins.
Yeah, I agree. I think like the individual opinions are always a bit more interesting than like the consensus because like no card is probably going to have more than 3 or 4 votes.
I don't think you can reach a consensus with this.
Exactly. You voted for Sea Turtle Tank. Interesting.
Hell yeah, Sea Turtle Tank. That card has grown on me. With like species diversity race and the double water tag, it's actually so good.
Yeah, and I mean, having watched tons of your games, obviously, I think you also kind of like the sunbathing. I mean, I think the sunbathing is actually more useful than you would think.
Yeah, sunbathing's amazing. Like, especially if you don't go hand size uni, which is me quite often.
Exactly. And I remember when it came out, like I mean, JD really hated it, and he was like, "It's a bit redundant because so many of the reptiles have sunbathing already," which is true to a certain extent, but many of them don't. And also, honestly, sometimes really do want to sunbathe 4 cards actually. So
yeah.
I think it's a good choice.
All right, what are the actual winners?
Okay, reconstruction, very very interesting. So community opinion is very spread on this one, but honestly, I agree. I was a recon hater, but I think it is actually very underrated.
I'm still a hater, but seeing as they got votes for the worst card, I think it is a bit underrated.
Yeah, absolutely. Pelican, I think Pelican always shows up in these underrated polls, as does Vada Special. So yeah, but Boon Rock, not sure if it's underrated anymore.
No, I'm not sure that there are people that don't rate it.
Yeah.
Maybe lower rated players don't rate it.
Okay, so we have some more single votes here. I know you. I know you probably. I mean, you're a glide hater, right? So you probably do not think that the compass jellyfish is underrated. This is the one that gives 6 appeal and glide 2.
I mean, when you look at the actual value of it, it's not that bad. It gives you like 6 appeal for 10 money. It's actually pretty ridiculous. I mean, so I could see it being a bit underrated, yeah.
Yeah, I also actually really rate it. Same with the seahorse, honestly. Like, yeah, you have the pouch to get the 4 appeal, but then the camouflage on top of it. I feel like I think I
don't think seahorse is that bad. Like with the rock icon as well, it's very useful a lot of the time.
Agreed. I think when I started, everyone was like, if you build an aquarium, you need to put reefers in it, and everything else is basically just a waste of space. But I mean, there are some very decent non-reefers out there. African penguin also being one of them.
Oh, penguin's a very good animal. I'm not sure that it's underrated. I think it's rated pretty fairly.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, penguin was my choice last time, but I think people have really gone to rate it. Very versatile card, of course. Like, you probably always find some use with whether you need the tags or the rock or the water or the adapt. Like, there's always something, or the rep.
Adapt can come really in clutch a lot of the time.
Ostrich, well, I think that's. I'm not sure if it's underrated anymore. I feel like people actually don't hate the ostrich that much anymore. Like,
I've always had ostriches ahead of the emu in like 1v1 fight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's still bad, but I don't think it's atrocious. So, but yeah, I mean,
it's just it's expensive for what it gives, but sometimes you just have the money anyway, and it's just like, okay, I can play this for some cards and some appeal.
Why didn't you include my pick here?
What was your pick, Toby?
Probably because your answer was stupid. Right, we can get that out of the way.
I think I might not
Oh,
recall correctly, but I think it was Conference on Australia.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I can only.
The hell underrates that?
Yeah, that's why.
I think people underrate how many points you can get with it, and if you really play around it, I've seen Monkey do it. It's insane. Like you can get 14 appeal or something like that out of it, and I mean, underrated doesn't mean it's rated very lowly. I think it should be S tier.
Oh, now that is a hot take. Wow.
So it is a good appeal booster. It serves like the same purpose as a Meerkat Den or whatever. And Australia tags aren't that bad, so I think it's a fine card, but I wouldn't go as far as S tier.
I wouldn't go that high either. I mean, I do think it's strong. I mean, that's why I didn't put it in, because I felt like most people do rate it. But I mean, if you think it's S tier, then you'll definitely most people would underrate it. I think it's also like often a bit of skill issue. Like sometimes I play it and I just cannot get too appeal because my enclosures are placed too awkwardly.
You can also do some neat release tricks with it. Like just expand all of your enclosures to 4 sizes and get a 4 size back from a small release.
True. Also, I gotta say,
I think part of my thought process was that this card will grow even more on the community in the next months, and we'll see some crazy games with release shenanigans or just reef animals from Australia comboing with some 2-size animals, and you increase it until you have a 5-size and get so much appeal value from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think the one map that it is definitely S tier on is Ice Cream Poles, where you have the inbuilt pouching. And it's like probably snap worthy a lot of the time.
Agreed. I snap it probably most of the time. I gotta say, I think Conference on Australia is actually a really cool game design. Like the enlarge effect is pretty interesting, and also it synergizes so well with the Expert on Australia, like compared to the Conference in Europe, which just has no doesn't relate to Expert in Europe at all. So I do like it. I actually, for most underrated, I actually voted for Determination Association. And also, by the way, Vandale, if you want, you can just stay. Like, I know you're on your phone, but honestly, sound quality very good. So it's up to you. Or you can just chime in whenever you feel like it.
No, I changed to PC, so I can stay.
Okay, perfect. So what do you guys think about my hot take of Determination Association being underrated?
You're one of those people that put an action card as your answer, are you?
Yeah.
You should know better as the tournament organizer.
Hey, I mean, I'm putting in the action cards. Toby is putting in the endgames. So I think you're in the minority.
You made sections to discuss these other cards coming up. True. So I don't know why you felt the need to put them in here.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, if I hadn't voted for this, I probably would have voted for what's the one? The boost sponsor reefer, Cowfish. I actually really like this
Cowfish.
one. Yeah.
Ooh.
I've actually grown to really like this one.
We have a BDW here as well, by the way.
Oh, perfect. I mean, we can just do it with 4, I guess.
Yeah, morning. I'm 30 minutes late apparently because my alarm doesn't work.
No problem. You haven't missed too much. I mean,
we trashed on a couple of your answers, but that's all right.
Yeah, and you voted for.
Imagine putting Explorer as the best card. Come on.
How boring! And you'd put Reconstruction as the most underrated card, right? And it has won the category by far.
Oh yeah.
So
Andrew loves that card.
It fits your playstyle, right? Just always getting value out of
what, having a billion enclosures, it does fit his playstyle.
Oh, I need to activate my drawing board again.
No, the thing is, it's round 2 and he's already got all of his placement bonuses because he's just spent the time building 5 sizes.
That is true.
Then there's no downside to playing it.
I gotta say, I think BDW are one of the few people who actually use it for the reconstruction, not just only for map fill and the endgame.
It's definitely a card I get very creative with.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like one reason why people don't like to play it is like they have to think a little bit too much about it. Like they don't want to spend 2 minutes
Oh,
trying to figure it out.
You get timed out if you try to play reconstruction.
Yeah. I mean, no offense,
Yeah.
but Sam, I've never seen you play it for the reconstruction, I think. So
That's because I positioned my buildings right the first time. You guys have seen that on my streams.
that must be the reason. All right, okay, let's go to most overrated cards. What do the three guys still remember your choices?
Oh, not at all. No. Most overrated.
Oh crap. I don't remember what I wrote.
Okay, so I can. All right, let's go. Let's start with what won the category. We had Eagles. Won the last time. It's Side Entrance. The Explorer, most overrated. I like this choice. I'm not sure if. Are Eagles
I'm not
still?
Sure I'm not sure how you can vote Eagles as overrated. They're still really good.
Well, I hate to say,
but I guess.
I mean, Toby, you voted for Eagles, no?
This time, I have no idea actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see them being overrated if people like snap them up for when it's not good too, but they're still really good.
Yeah, I mean the question is always overrated by whom, right? By the average player, maybe. By like players who are in this tournament, probably not anymore. But the Eagles are still top. Large margin, actually.
Who the hell voted First Seal?
Really, I think that's a great choice, actually.
No. It's so good though. Like it's full throated. It's a rock water. It's a decent release candidate. Like there's nothing bad about it.
I guess people are getting tunnel visioned into it mid game or something.
Yeah, I mean, when we had the 5-size animals ranking, right? Like a lot of surprising amount of people are not that high on the first seal anymore. I mean,
so what you're saying is it's underrated.
Maybe. I mean, because like if you asked us like 1 year ago, I think everybody would have agreed that first seal is one of the best animals in the game. But is it anymore? Not sure. I mean, I've also soured on it a bit. I think like in the mid to late game, it's okay.
I still love it, especially when I have.
Okay, you
just ignore the fact that you cut out there,
yeah.
Andrew.
But you told us that you love it. It's fair enough. Migration recording, I think, is also a good choice. I voted for it last time, so I didn't this time. But I do think it's overrated.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
And about your answers, so Sam, Toby, you voted for the Eagles. With Sam, you voted for the Sawfish.
Yeah, screw that guy. No, it's actually not that bad, but just the way people like abuse their aquarium spaces annoys me a bit.
I'm actually offended by this choice because
what did I write?
I really love the Sawfish.
What's Andrew's answer?
Andrew wrote discount animals, right? Yeah, another guy who did not put an extra card.
Save your action card answers for the following sections next time. Thank you. But even discount animals, isn't that like? Wasn't there some talk that a lot of the Chinese players have it as like the #1 action card?
I think like Slayer said it's like #2 behind money sponsors for them.
Yeah, I mean it is good.
Yeah, I mean
I'd have it top 5.
Same. I mean, let us know BDW once you can talk again, so you can comment on this. But I think you also like actually explicitly voted like a shout out to me, like when you put like this answer. But the thing is, I don't even rate it that highly anymore. I think I had it as a second best like in the year, like early on. But now,
I mean, generally like mark animals over discount because it can be a lot peskier.
I agree.
And also, yeah, -2 in the early game is great, but then you got in mind that the 2 money to 1 ticket conversion isn't a straight upgrade, so there's that's to mind versus sunbathing sponsors I feel can be a lot more cancerous.
I mean,
I don't think anyone's saying sunbathing sponsors is bad.
Yeah, but I feel like, I can spend all my money much more quickly. You can just donate or play more sponsors. Or, anything else.
Yeah, play more sponsors is always the answer for you. But I mean, isn't this card elements
I
like
think it's because I'm coming from a background where money is tight because I'm just spamming the crap out of sponsors and not pushing break.
You mean not playing animals?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That as well.
Yeah, it's true. You can only activate it if you play animals, right? So
yeah, just look at last stream from Sam where I get $7 left. Oh, I'm gonna donate.
Okay,
All right, let's move on to some of the single answers.
Yeah, I voted Humphead Raz. Happy to see others also voting for it. Actually, not the spread here was not that large. I think.
Landscape Garden is a good call. Yeah, I personally overrate the hell out of that. It's not as good as I think.
I do see a lot of people tunnel vision into it.
Yeah. Like I feel like even these I don't know 15 appeal point bombs. I mean it's good, but I don't know. Like having to nurse this card through your hand the entire game can often feel so bad. Like Sunbear. I don't know. I guess we'll talk about Sunbear later. I actually think Rhinoceros, pretty good answer.
No.
But I think it's the same as with the Eagles, right? Like if you see average casual players, they just snap it up every single time. Whereas I think on the top level, Rhinos still get snapped quite often, but probably less than 50%, I would say.
I mean, I think just they are snappable cards a lot of the time anyway. They are that good when you need them. Tony voted for Sunbear. Okay, well.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, but I cannot agree with this.
That explains a lot.
Indeed.
That explains a lot.
I mean, I think Sunbears can ever be... I don't know. It's too good to be overrated. But okay, I also think Explorer would be a good choice, and some people would think it's too good to ever be in this category, so...
Alright, next.
Okay. Best Reefer. So I think most people kind of have an idea of what will be the top.
I should know number one.
Yeah, so do we all think it's going to be Clownfish at number one, or...
I think I voted for Clownfish.
I definitely put Nemo.
Yeah, all three of you voted for Clownfish. So how many percent do you think voted for Clownfish overall?
70.
40.
Interesting. Okay, so...
No, I think it'd be more than majority.
Yeah, it's been 71%.
Okay, so people are up to speed.
Yeah. We also had one single vote for Firefish, which is the X token one. I think very base choice. I don't agree at all, by the way, but I think it's an interesting choice.
I like the Firefish a lot. I don't think it's the best, but it's probably top 3 or 4.
It's definitely a fish I love playing, and then it's the same thing with the Triggerfish. And I also hate playing around the Triggerfish.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I voted for Triggerfish. Obviously 2 appeal is better than a card draw, but I think the constriction also
yeah, the constriction can be completely game winning.
Yeah. And it's just...
Well, it's also the fact that it gets hidden.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything else.
It's compared to Boa or Anaconda, I feel like you can often...
The reef is great.
Yeah. So that's why I really were Triggerfish. But okay, so Coastal Manta Ray. I did say that I did not include the votes of Lucy and Blanket, right? Because Blanket, of course, voted for Manta Ray. But we have 2 more people voting for Manta Ray here. So
I don't think it can be the best when it takes up 4 spaces, but I mean, it obviously just has the best base ability of 1 CP.
Yeah.
It's also, I'd say, probably one of the most underrated reefers.
Yeah.
Just cards in general.
I mean, the Manta Ray has been discussed so much, over the last 2 months or so, right? So, is it underrated? I feel like there are a lot of vocal proponents for it, Blanket being one. I'm a proponent, you are one. Some people don't rate it that much, like you, Sam, but...
I know that I underrate it, but I think you guys are going too far in the other direction. Of voting it as the best reefer, for example.
Well, it wasn't me.
No, but more that was the shot at blanket.
I mean, she does love her manta ray, like it's insane. Okay, so I also
think
include
it's because she's a heavy breaker, so she would, in theory, have more money.
That's true, yeah. But okay, I did include some reefer stats here.
Ooh.
So as you can see, the manta ray.
This is for your own agenda because you voted for the triggerfish, right?
Okay, so I know it looks that way, but I actually I did the card an update of the data like yesterday, but I already had this included before, and Triggerfish was not first; it was like third or fourth before the upgrade. I mean, I feel like the margins are very very low, right? Like, I think
what
the
telling
hell
thing
is Cleverfish doing down there? What the?
Because I mean the abilities is not that good compared to the others.
I mean, I'm surprised that Gobi is not the worst by far, but I guess maybe I'm underrating Gobi.
I think the telling thing is you can like see how good all of the reef animals are. They just all have winning like elo games when you play them.
I don't know, man. I think the Cleverfish being down there is a skill issue.
I mean, could very well be, right? I mean,
well, yeah, it makes sense because the others just give you like tangible benefits, but the clever you can't always use.
Agreed. I mean, if you look at the numbers, clever animals are actually in general not doing very well, but we don't know whether that's like skill issue, as you said, because stats include a lot of players with average elo. Whereas I would expect that on the master level, clevers become more valuable. But okay, we also see that the manta ray, when it's played, has very high impact, which okay isn't so surprising. It also has the lowest play rate by far.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
So yeah, but I mean, as I said, all of them are pretty positive. None of them are like exceptional. I think like if you look at the elo, so what the numbers say is like basically how much elo you gain on average if it's in your hand or if you play it. I think it like the highest value for is like top 15-ish amongst all animals. So they're not absolutely elite, but I don't think anybody would put them into S tier anyway. So, but just as a set of cards, obviously very good. Okay, best action card other than money sponsors. So first of all, because I actually had some people in the questionnaire like answer like, I actually don't think money sponsors is the best one. Do we think that this like caveat of other than money sponsors was necessary? Do we all think it's the best one? Clearly.
Yes.
I'm still picking it.
Yeah. Okay. So.
It's nice to have peace of mind that your opponent does not have money sponsors at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, although I mean, I think marketing sponsors should be very clearly in second place or first place here.
Particular answers.
I'd probably still put marketing sponsors, despite thinking sunbathing sponsors is a lot more fun and has a higher ceiling.
Yeah. I mean, I also voted for marketing sponsors, but I mean, because of the new Reddit elimination game, I actually did a ranking of all the action cards yesterday, right? But I had to think about it a little bit, and I only put it at fourth now. I think if I had to do it again, I would put sunbathing sponsors and mark animals above it. But if you look at the community opinion, it is marketing sponsors by a vast margin, right? So
yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
You people are so gross with pavilion build.
I mean, statistically,
it is really good.
Yeah. I mean, if you upgrade builds,
stats say it's good, and then it's pretty good as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not sure. Like, I think the gap, like, why? I don't think marketing sponsors should be leading by such a wide margin. I don't know.
I think it's
a pretty clear cut top two. I think it's because we're trying to find the next best, not like rank 2, rank 3, rank 4. Otherwise, it'd be a little more balanced.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, maybe next time we should ask best action card other than these two, or other than the sponsors action. So this would be probably more interesting.
Yeah, that'd get a lot of diverse answers.
But yeah, we have sunbathing here, P animals. There was also one vote for X Assoc, which you will probably appreciate, Sam. I mean, both of you are big lovers of X Assoc, right?
Yep.
I'm probably a bigger fan than Sam. Just because of my campy playstyle. Hey!
I rate X token Assoc very highly.
I mean, you probably, like, for different reasons, but like, Sam, you really I mean, obviously both rate both sides, but Sam, you really like the discount, right? Whereas for BDW, it's probably like your rounds are so slow often that you always get the next token out of it.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm usually trying to milk the first side, and I do it naturally because I'm camping.
But right, best action card. Okay, this one should be a bit more interesting. Worst action card. Let me check what you guys voted for.
I think I would have voted for +1 build. Oh, I might have voted for Determination of Sos, actually.
You didn't. Okay. So Andrew, you voted for +1 build. Sam also +1 build. Toby, you voted for Duplicate Association. Okay. I mean, obviously, I also voted for +1 build. I mean, I think Determination Association is so underrated, right? I mean, for the upgraded side, to clarify, I think the basic side is completely useless, but the card draw I actually like a lot. So that's why I would have like C tier or so.
It was kind of a hard one for me to figure out. It really was between +1 build and Determination Association.
And yeah, these are the two top choices, but we also have Duplicate Association up here.
I did consider Duplicate Association because it can be actively harmful, but you probably picked it when it's not going to, at least probably.
I think I chose it because I hate how it affects the dynamics of the game, because it really fucks with my brain if I think, oh, I can secure Asia 2 for round 2, but then suddenly we have a break chicken for Asia 2 because, as you know how it works. And usually I abandon and concede games with break chicken because I hate it so much.
But I mean, that's
a good note for the future.
Well, so the reason why I'm saying it's actively harmful sometimes is because of what Randall said. You get into those stupid situations, and you're the one paying the price with this action card.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I think
if you were playing this properly, you were probably stacking 2 for an Africa 5 or something.
Yeah, I think like in 3 or 4 player games, it's probably better because you can block out of your favorite association so easily. But in 2 player, blocking is probably more important.
That's not going to be relevant until they test that at WSBG, which they're not.
But yeah, Tube Uni is really good. I don't know. Like, if you have science in Uni, yes, but.
I love the idea of taking like science to rep, or even there are a ton of times where I like want to take a bird university and then chat says, oh, you've already taken predator university. Now you can just take both of them.
I still like the blocking power when you don't have this more often than not.
Yeah, it's just so awkward that you have to take one supply, right? I mean, would it be better if you have to don't take one supply? Probably, but
it would mean if you were allowed to take from the general board instead of the supply.
Yeah, if you have a choice,
it would be so cancer. Because you would just deny the same partner zoo over and over again, and then when you have to associate, deny the same.
Yeah, okay.
So it has to be dumb like this, so that it's at least fun, not unfun to play against.
Okay, that's
what were some of the individual answers?
Actually,
weren't these 3, by the way?
Not a lot of.
I hate those 2 people who said higher research. What the hell is this?
I don't agree with this. I actually
Tobico. It was Tobico.
Yeah, for sure. I actually really agree with snapping cards. I mean, I think I had it as a second worst. I think snapping cards is it's underrated how bad it is. Like its awfulness is understated. Maybe to be more accurate.
I think similar to Duper Sos, it just can actively be bad because it baits you into using a card's action at 3 to snap something you don't need.
That's a mental thing.
Yeah, but
it's a skill issue thing, but it can be actively bad.
I think it often is, but if we say like you shouldn't do it, like how often do you actually snap at 3? Like,
I remember there was a JD game where he like snapped at 2 or something.
Okay, I mean, JD exists in a different realm. Like, we cannot. anything that happens in his games is not applicable to anybody else, I think.
I did consider putting hunter animals in there just because of the actively harmful issue of you're revealing info whether you hunt or not. But then it's like, okay, well, if you do high roll, it probably makes up for it, so I'll give it some credit. And then the snapping cards issue it's really just a skill issue because of the mentality thing. And on a mechanics level, it's not going to actively harm you.
Yeah, I guess. But you're also
I agree.
rarely using it. Like, also the upgraded side, I don't know. Like, I know that there are some situations where the double snap can be useful, but honestly, it's basically never happened. Like,
I just think about it the unupgraded side where it's more of a break in case of emergency button.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've definitely double snapped with it upgraded.
Yeah, I mean, it does happen. It's just so rare. Like, if you upgrade it, you probably like have decent rep already. Then you often can just draw them from range anyway. I don't know. I feel like double snap is just so weird.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't want to hijack this, but maybe you three can tell me how you feel about the general game design of the action cards now after some time with playing with them. Because I think the gap between the really good ones and the worst action cards, and we discussed both of them just now, is really huge. I think if you think about money sponsors and some of the worst action cards plus one build, maybe, I think the general design of the action cards isn't really good. I think they could have done way better. Not saying that it's a huge problem, but what do you think?
I enjoy the inclusion of them. I think if they were just a little bit better balanced, it would be better. And
I think the publishers have already mentioned that there were some regrets on the design of the cards.
Really? Where?
I thought Zlorfic mentioned something about it.
That could be true, yeah. I mean, I think in general I would agree with. I mean, I think we're probably all in agreement with Togo that they're a good idea in theory, but the execution does pose a lot of problems. Honestly, I think overall these special action cards are very underpowered. I feel like if they exist, they should really like be meaningful, but most of them just aren't.
I kind of like them to be like just that little extra inch, which is why I feel money sponsors being as defining as it is a little much.
Yeah, I mean this one's definitely. Well, okay, so like to ask another question. Which one, in terms of power level for you, is the perfect action card? Like, where would you say all action cards?
Animals.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a very simple design. It's very easy to get your head around, and it's just useful at all stages of the game. That's what an action card should be.
I do like some of them being a little more complex, especially the ones that aren't direct upgrades, like X Asosh.
Yeah.
That one is a lot of fun to play around.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I do
think higher Asosh is really fun to work around.
I feel like if they just tweak the basic side a little bit, I mean, higher Asosh is definitely very skill-based, right? So, yeah.
Wasn't it Randall who wanted Hypno to borrow his higher Asosh, and I still have that's 5 from him or something? Randall?
Yeah, I remember that.
Tries not to.
Thanks for bringing it up, by the way.
Okay, let's go to the next category. Best end game.
We've already had some answers for that.
Yeah, that's true. I think
probably I said something else.
Well, I think we can all kind of guess what will be at 1 and 2, right?
Yes.
So let's ask something else. What do you think? Which endgame do you think got the third most votes? Because favorite and conservation are probably 1 and 2 in any order. Which one got the third?
Species.
Either diverse species or accessible.
Oh yeah, that as well. That's pretty good.
Okay, so the answer is
hot take here. I could see some people voting for catered picnic areas because there is this, and I think it's wrong, assumption that it's very easy to get 3 or 4 CP if you just really play around it. I don't think that it makes it a good endgame card, but maybe we have some people in the community voting for it because of the relatively high ceiling if you want to have at least 2 CP from it.
That's a good shout. I mean,
I
some
think
Chinese
one of the
players.
few ones you can guarantee.
Yeah, I mean, some Chinese players really rate catered, right? I think like Nemoak said that he thinks it's the easiest endgame. So, but okay, what I did was it was a bit of a trick question. Like the thing is, actually, only 2 action cards, only 2 endgames got votes. That's it, only these 2. Nobody voted for anything else. And
finally, some logic and some common sense.
I'm surprised that Conservation Zoo has such a big edge over Favorite Zoo, and I guess not because all of us, I think, voted for Conservation.
No, I definitely put in Favorite because I don't like.
Oh yeah, true. Oh, true. you put Favorite Zoo. It's great. I mean, yeah, if play a lot of sponsors, then Favorite. Let's help, but
I mean, they're both just head and shoulders above the next best.
Yeah, agreed.
It was a bit tight for me between the two still.
I mean, yeah, I think it is close, right? And it's also like probably like personal preference. They like 1A, 1B, I would say. But yeah, I think it's cool. It's good to see that like the community opinion like really reflects this, that there's this huge gap between these two that nobody even considers anything else. Worst endgame, however, should be much more widespread. The answers. What do you guys vote for?
Okay, I think this is where I dumped catered picnics at.
I think I put Designer Zoo, maybe.
Don't you dare!
I mean, Sam, you're definitely the biggest Designer Zoo fan. But okay, both. So Randall and Sam, you both put Small Animal Zoo. So did I.
Okay, that's fair as well. Yeah.
But Catered Picnic did win, actually. Then we have Small and Naturalists.
Oh crap, did I write Small? Because I can believe myself writing Small Animals.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
oh my god.
You wrote Catered Picnic, yeah. So you're a normie when it comes to this.
It's pretty bad, but then you have those games on ice cream piles where you have Pavilion Build, and it's like, okay, that's 2 CP for free.
Okay, wow, that makes my take earlier even hotter. I didn't know that it is generally so badly rated.
I mean, honestly, I think if you ask Chinese players, they would probably rate it much higher, right? But they also upgrade build much more often. So, yeah. I was with this. Personally, I think Catered Picnic Areas is not the worst endgame in your starting hand, because sometimes you can't just play around it. But it's like probably the worst draw you can get from Elephants or Adept, because when you draw it, it's just too late to play around, and then it's just usually totally dead.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's the worst one when you don't check your end games until 10 CP.
Oh, yes.
You're like, oh crap, I have a 0 CP end game here.
I mean, that's also my favorite in Conservation. It's so stupid, right? And also like stuff like Diverse, like you don't check it, then you don't even have to do anything for it, but you just get it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 4 CP for just playing the game.
Yeah, exactly. But okay, we have a lot of votes here. The specialized zoos also very despised, also rightfully so. I mean, we talked about the bad design of the or like design issues with the action cards. I think endgames it's the same. Like there are actually so many bad endgames. Like I think 50% of the endgames you're unhappy to see.
Endgames have it worse when it comes to balance.
Yeah, I would agree. It's just like there are so many endgames you're unhappy to see in your hand. Like so.
Sometimes, but like even small animals in the right game can be a 4 CP endgame.
They could have at least made it a little easier, like sponsors do.
True. I mean, we'll get to this. We also had the question about which endgame to rebalance, right? But before this, also some endgame stats here. So average elo gain when it's kept, then how often it's kept. With kept means how often it's scored compared to how often it's dealt, and then the amount of shields you get on average. So interesting,
right?
Explain
that 101%.
Well, it's just because of Adept and Elephants, right? So you actually score Favorite Zoo more often than you dealt. Basically, like if you have it, you basically probably keep it like 90% of the time. Then you, in some games, you just get it by adapt or elephants. So you actually get over 100%. Very funny.
I like to think of that extra 1.6% as someone doubles down on their favorites 1.6% of the time.
This would be
And
OP.
100% of the time someone has it.
But yeah, I mean, like, how often do you not keep it, right? Like, if you have conservation, I guess. But yeah. Also, okay, I mean, what kind of picnic areas, right? I mean, so this is for 500 plus elo games, because in 300 plus elos, I think it's actually the second highest in kinds of shields gained, and also like pretty high in like elo gain.
That's crazy. 3 shields kept and still a minus elo.
Yeah. I mean, just have to make too many concessions, right? Upgrading build, probably building at least 2 useless kiosks. Like, it's hard.
Okay, that's interesting.
But yeah. Overall, the stats do back up that favorite. Conservation and good. Architecture also pretty high. But I think that's very like correlated with like filling map is a very big win predictor. So even though it's not that high on average shields, just getting 4 CP from it is also always open.
Well, it should be very telling that most of the percent on architectural is either 2 or 4.
Yeah.
Because if you can hit 2, you should be able to hit 4 you might be able to hit 4 depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, if you can hit 3, you're going to hit 4.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, it's more like there's this very weird situation where it's like, if you're in 3, it's because it's some very map-specific thing if you're not upgrading build.
Yeah, agreed. Like, observation tower, for example, probably being the main candidate for this. But, yeah, alright. Endgame to rebalance. Okay. Well, I think it's more interesting to see how people would like to rebalance it. I think for all of these was basically like...
Did you delete a slide just to make a 6-7 joke on that your picture?
Whoops. Actually not. Yeah. I have to look what you guys voted for.
Whoa. What's up with that naturalist endgame? Why is there an O instead of a... Why is there a 0 instead of an O?
Wait, what? Where?
On your zoo!
Oh. Yeah, you got empty building space in your zoo.
Oops. Okay.
You did flash my name in the next slide, so
now
I'm wondering what I did.
Sorry. I just got mixed up in the source a little bit, but okay. Most of the bad ones, people who want to rebalance. So Sam, you did vote for designer, so here. You want... I think you just wanted the requirements lowered by
8
1, right?
is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, that is...
you're not playing enough sponsor buildings, mate.
I would love to get them every game. I just don't.
I mean, yeah, I think something like just 4, 5, 6, 7 would already... yes, I saw it, 6, 7, but...
Yeah, but I mean, I think the thing is, like, you can't... If you just build enclosures, like a 5 size or 4 size, you're going to really only get to 5, maybe 6 with a petting zoo. That feels bad. Like, you need a sponsor building from the deck to be able to hit this for 4.
I think you need 2 realistically, because you can build up 1 through 5, and then
you could also go aviary and reptile house to get to 8, but like...
hey, large aquarium.
There is a way to force it, but you usually just 1 through 5 large aquarium and 2 sponsor buildings, or maybe 3 sponsor buildings and eliminate 1 from the conventional list.
Fair enough.
Yeah, agreed.
Catered picnics here is a good opportunity for me to bring up about how catered picnics is very similar to this Etsy fan-made card that was made before the expansion. It was an endgame that was very similar to catered picnics, except much easier. It was just have 2, 4, 6, or 8 kiosks or pavilions in total.
Oh, that's way easier with just pavilions. Like Expert on Asia would solve that.
But I prefer this.
I think that might be a little bit too strong, though.
I mean, we can argue about the numbers, but I think, like, conceptually, I would prefer this, I think.
You could probably just tone the numbers to be more like 3, 6, 8, and 10, like small animals.
I mean, 10 pavilions is still quite a lot. You're still forced to upgrade build for this, I think. So, but definitely be
The
good.
thing they have to change about catered picnic areas is the name, because the German name is actually, the original name is Bratwurst Corner.
Oh, that's very nice.
So I don't know. Does everybody
Oh my
understand
god, I'm
Bratwurst?
seriously missing out on hot dogs? What the hell?
I mean, hot dogs are not the same as German Bratwurst,
That's
but
true.
What is the what's more accurate translation for me? Because either way, I'm hungry.
Sausage.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. It has to be called Sausage Fest in English.
I mean, aren't there also like states in the United States where bratwurst or like call it like brats or something like this are eaten very
I think
frequently?
in the States we have a place called Wiener Schnitzel, and that's it.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, small animals winning the road. Toby, you also voted for it. I mean, I don't think like 10 is just ridiculous, right? You could lower it to like 8, and I think it would be fair.
I mean, it almost feels like getting 6 bears for polar bear exhibit. If you reach 10 small animals, you feel like the greatest Ark Nova player, but in the end, it's often not even the best to play
Yeah.
10 small animals, and then you lose the
The
game.
6 polar bears, the 6 bear icons is there to taunt you. If they want to be a little more realistic, they could have lowered it to 5.
I think the thing we also have to take into account, though, is that the majority of people that play Ark Nova are not experienced, and they probably will play 10 small animals in a game and be pretty easy to hit.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
Because like the majority of players would play less than 5 games ever in their whole life. The people that buy it and just play it a couple of times.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, their games also last way longer. So
yeah, exactly, like 37 turn games or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem. Like top players don't play a lot of animals. We release a lot, and just, I mean, so good at finding value from sponsors that, I mean, even 10 animals is a lot, right? Let alone 10 small ones. So
yeah.
I want to give some extra hate to. Are they here? No, they're not even here. Some extra hate to specialized habitat and species zoo, because I think they're horrible and also counterintuitive to the gameplay you want to make. But I think they're practically impossible to rebalance, because I mean, you can lower it, of course, but still you have the problem that you want to stack animals for the base projects.
I honestly would be fine with deleting them. I think they're just so weird.
I don't hate them.
Now I remember my creative answer for this.
Well, this is going to be a first. I actually like both of your answers.
Yay.
That's like a good, interesting take. You get CP for how much income your kiosks actually generate. That's actually, because that's actually something you want to do. You want to have good kiosks instead of just a bulk of kiosks.
I think it's
So
also
I
It also kind of makes more sense thematically.
I think it's also very skill
I
based.
wouldn't necessarily go that far. But the terrain zoo is a good like compromise as well. Although I think that might be a bit easy, or maybe not.
Well, it's a lot better than having the two separate. I definitely like this.
I agree with that.
I mean, yeah, I think like 3, 5, 7, 9. It's definitely good, but I think it would still be probably like on the same level as like research, diverse, accessible. So still not favorites, conservation tier. So yeah. But yeah, speaking about conservation, right? I'm actually surprised that this was not number 1 even, because I feel like everybody agrees that the buff was just nonsensical.
It has an integer problem.
But yeah, I mean, maybe. No, go ahead, Sam.
I think it like when we were first learning about marine worlds, it didn't feel like a big deal at the time, but now that I've played it a lot, it feels very oppressive. 5 projects of 4 seeping.
Yeah, I guess the problem is like the old one was like author maybe felt a little bit too harsh. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it has the integer problem.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
you could give it this a similar treatment to research to do, where there's this 2 project gap to
Mhm.
jump from 2 CP to 3 CP, or from 3 CP to 4 CP to make it more balanced.
I would like this, yeah. So you mean like what? 2, 3, 4, 6? Yeah.
3, yeah, something like that.
I think this would
Even
make sense.
2 for 1 feels kind of ridiculous, though.
Yeah, it's impossible not to have 2, right? But it's also nearly impossible not to have 6 rep for 1 diverse tag or so.
I'm fine with at least 1 or 2 being achievable in most games. You don't want people to feel that bad. But the 3 and 4 should be harder.
Yeah. But yeah, nearly everybody who voted for Conservation Zoo wanted to revert the buff, so sad. Alright, delete a card.
I think this should have a consensus answer.
It actually does not, but you voted for the same that I did, Sam.
Really?
So Sam, you voted for Archaeologist, right?
I seriously cannot
Yeah.
remember.
Okay, I also voted for Archaeologist. Mandala, you voted for Farm Cat, and BDW voted for Money Sponsors.
God damn it.
That seems right.
For me, it's 100% Archaeologist.
Yeah, I mean, they had to redesign the base maps around 1 card. That's pretty much the extent of it. Not that it's overpowered, it's just
I
that it's
wouldn't
problematic.
miss it that much if we deleted Archaeologists.
I mean, I think it's,
Yeah, and then it also completely warps the beginner maps as well.
that's true, yeah. I mean, I think the general idea is so cool, and like you can do so much about it. I like the skill expression, but just like on some maps, it's just too stupid. So
Yeah. And side tangent, side rant, but every person on Board Game Geek that designs maps doesn't think about archaeologists, and it pisses me off every time.
I mean, yeah, you don't like what snap where you got like a worker, like a worker.
Oh my god! Don't bring that up.
Okay.
Let's move on.
But yeah,
when I was making my fan maps, I had to think about Archaeologists as well. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, Sam, right? Like the old Silver Lake was literally changed to a new one, mainly because Archaeologists was just too broken. Like only the OGs will remember how it actually was. Like people like, I don't know. Like,
you can still experience that if you play the Steam version, and that has the original maps, like in rotation.
Oh yes, true. Yeah, I mean, like people like Slayer who never got the experience. It's like you're missing out. This was truly insane stuff. But okay. Yeah. People also, have we talked about the...
Alright, who are the 2 people who wrote Emu? What the hell is
Yeah,
that?
what is... come on. I think are these troll answers? I do like Cobra, though. I feel like Cobra is just not good for player satisfaction. Or hypnosis in general.
Yeah, that's why peaceful mode exists.
Yeah, true. Also, marketing sponsors, I actually also agree with this. I feel like it's just conceptually broken. Like, there's no way to really balance it. It's just, I don't know. It feels very bad to play against, I think.
Yeah, I think there are some good answers here.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I wouldn't want to delete anything from the deck.
Oh, I would definitely want to delete Archaeologists. But apart from this,
I mean, apart from that.
Yeah. Also, like, Macaque, I feel like that's a bit skill issue, Steven. No offense, but I don't think it's that bad, honestly. You can play around it pretty well, in my opinion.
It feels really bad when you get double pilfered.
Yeah, that's true, to be fair. But yeah, still, I'm gonna reveal who voted for Emu, but I do want to know, like, Jesus Christ. I don't think they will troll the answers either, but definitely lost some credit with us here.
Can we help? Wait. Can we help Steezy out in chat? Do we have pictures of people's pets or not?
Ooh, some maybe. So the thing is, I always said that you can answer this as detailed as you like. You can show pictures of your pets, right? The idea behind it was like I wanted to like do a homepage for everything, and everybody has a player profile page, and there you can show off your pets. I still haven't got around to finish it actually, but one day I will, of course, just like JD's ending this video.
Coming soon.
Yeah, exactly. But there's
I think
next. Yeah. I will show it eventually because AdamHorton has actually sent pictures of his pets. But let's do next. Okay. Which addition to the game would you like the most? More cards, more maps, more special action cards. Obviously, we would like all of them, but yeah, just like some very small tidbit.
I don't even know if I wrote anything in this section.
You voted for more maps. It makes sense. I mean, you are designing maps.
Probably makes sense. Yeah.
Randall more cards.
Lobby and some.
Yeah, Sam also more cards. I'm one of the few who voted for more special action cards because I don't know. We're not going to get a rebalance of the current ones, right? So I think just adding more would maybe help solve the problem.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it would solve the problem. I think that it's like continue to run out of ideas even worse.
Possible, yeah. I mean, I think more maps is just very agreeable answer, right? It doesn't break the game balance, and I mean, okay, maybe like many people hate map pack 2 or some of the maps there, right? So maybe it's not a good idea, but
just give us.
It wouldn't dilute the deck. It's safer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All right, so good segue to the maps. Whoops. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fine. So we had a special one now here. Rank map pack 2. So here's the 5 distributions about how often they were voted first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Can you guys try to guess which craft belongs to which map? It's probably very possible.
Let me just give some context. Like, number 1 is the best map from map pack 2.
Yeah, exactly. So there were the 5 maps from map pack 2, like what caves, AI, drawing board,
I
lagoon.
think we can call that one Lagoon.
What was Lagoon? Purple? Probably T1. Just because of the spike at it being the second best.
Yeah, purple would be T1, blue would be Lagoon. Green would be AI, because some people have this weird idea that it's the best map.
I voted it for best map from map pack 2.
Okay, then we can deduce that red is drawing board and orange is caves.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, very good. So it seems like we have a good idea of how the consensus looks like now. And yeah, I mean, Lagoon clearly seen as the best. Do you guys agree with this ranking? I guess you do.
Yes. It's not even close. I don't understand how people don't just see it as the best map, just fully consensus.
I don't know.
Yeah, considering how I annihilated someone with Lagoon one rescue station in one day.
I feel like AI is just, I don't know. I guess I'm not that high on Lagoon anymore, and I've just had so much success with AI. I gotta say. When it came out, I thought it's too slow, but I mean, yeah, it doesn't do much in the early game. Although like the Assoc 1, 2, 3 boosts can be nice, but I think in the late game it's just kind of OP.
Like, I used to hate how to play AI, and then I learned to kind of love it.
I definitely think, I think it's, both T1 and AI feel very satisfying to play to me.
Do we have stats coming up on this slideshow?
Nope, sadly not. We don't have enough stats yet about them. I feel like in our database we have maybe 10, not even 10k games for each map, which is just not enough.
Huh, so surprising.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good sign about my life or not that I probably have not even played 10 games on drawing board, so I can't even really say too much.
You are blessed.
Yes. I mean, we will have a section about the least favorite maps, and I can always spoil it. Drawing board does feature there because most people don't find it satisfying to play at all. By the way, I mean, we're talking about unhinged blanket addict takes, right? She of course put drawing board at 1. So yeah, just gonna leave it up there.
As the best.
As the best from map pack 2, yeah.
And you excluded these answers, right?
Of course.
Okay.
But yeah,
caves and drawing board have votes for 1.
Blanket is a statistical anomaly.
Yeah, I mean, I think who voted for caves is best actually. Well, we're not going to call anybody out, but I think it's very...
No, I think we should.
Right.
Who the hell voted for caves as the best? Did they just get the thing backwards?
Maybe. This could be the case. Yeah, maybe. So it was the aristocrat, a master. So know what they're talking about. Okay, he actually put caves and AI and lagoon first. So it's a tie, basically.
What?
Or maybe there was some misclick. Because, I mean, we all hate caves, right? But,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll put it down as a misclick.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, strongest map. Rescue Station has won it every time so far. Do you think Lagoon has
They also
dethroned it?
Nope.
I cannot remember what I wrote here either.
Well, let me check.
Well, surely you wrote Rescue Station as the best map.
You did, actually.
Dang it.
So did you, Sam. And Toby, you did vote for Lagoon. Interesting. I voted for outdoor areas, as I always do.
I think it was because I answered the questionnaire shortly after I beat Sam on Lagoon.
I mean, I don't think it's not outrageous.
It's same
right?
map though. How can you determine that makes Lagoon a strong map if we're playing on the same map? Yeah, checkmate.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not an outrageous answer, no? Like Lagoon is. I mean, I think most people would have it in top 3, maybe. I don't know. But do they?
I think it would be top 3, yeah, probably.
Yeah. It is not in the top 3 here for the most votes for strongest map. So Rescue Station did win again. Then we have outdoor areas and Silver Lake. The tie for second. So 10 is Rescue Station, 2A and 3A. Outdoor areas and Silver Lake, because there's still so many people who don't know the map codes.
That's fair. Silver Lake is still really good.
Really? I don't rate it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's below average. Not anymore, probably, with map pack 2.
It's like middle, slight higher, but...
Okay, my
You
most
can do
underrated
better.
card is now Silver Lake.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It just feels... I can't even say... Like, objectively, if I think about it, it shouldn't be that much worse than the original one, right? But just from pure feeling, I don't know. It just feels...
You gotta remember in the original Silver Lake, there was 2 rep on the floor that you could get very easily,
yeah,
and then there's the open midsection.
Okay, yeah, that is true. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, what are some of the weird answers? Lagoon,
Weird answers.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Lagoon only got the 5 most votes, and I think the most interesting is that both Commercial Harbor and Ice Cream Parlors actually got no votes at all. Because I don't know. I feel like
I don't understand the people that can look at this and be like, yeah, Park Restaurant, that is the strongest map.
true, but we have a lot of park lovers. Like, it's actually insane how many people love Park Restaurant.
Oh, favorite map, sure,
Yeah.
but like strongest?
Yeah,
I don't
I mean,
think so.
Maybe the clouds there, but I agree. Like, honestly, I feel like Commercial and ICP are definitely still top 5, maybe top 3. Like playing against them in asymmetrical feels horrible. Like, I think you can really.
Why do you think I keep banning ice cream?
Well, I mean, the one game where you couldn't ban it, it worked out pretty well for you, Andrew. So.
Well, that was me playing for the audience.
I mean, that was you high rolling the hell out of Hollywood Hills.
And this penguin pool, the famous one. But
yeah, and me making a 200 elo mistake.
But yeah, I mean, overall, a lot of different opinions here. But
damn, I can't believe I lost to a 200 elo on stream then.
Okay, weakest map. This one should be interesting because we got 5 new maps, right? So we should see some things shaking up. So no new maps got it into the top 3 of the strongest maps. But weakest maps, obviously with Drawing Board and Caves being 2 prime candidates. Do we think they got up there?
Yeah, I think Caves would be the weakest.
Also,
I wonder if I wrote Caves or Geozoo. I can't remember.
All 4 of us voted for Caves.
I don't think Geozoo is that bad.
I don't think so either. I feel like people are just inexperienced playing it. So all 4 of us voted for Caves, and indeed. So 11 is Caves, 13 is Drawing Board, 9 is Geozoo.
That's probably fair for bottom 3.
Yeah. Hollywood Hills finally not making the top 3 for the weakest maps for the first time.
It would be in 4th though, for sure.
But
Shut up.
I mean, I don't think
You
drawing
know
board
it.
belongs here at all, to be honest. I mean, I don't like it, but I don't think it's weak.
I definitely
Hard to
don't
say.
think drawing board is weak, but it's not fun to play with
Yeah,
for
yeah.
most players.
I think it's hard to say. We just don't play that many asymmetrical games.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess we will see in the Emo Cup now if we see these more often. But honestly, I couldn't imagine wanting to play caves in asymmetrical. I feel like I don't know how you're even supposed to win this against any other map. It feels so. Obviously, you can hero into insane cards, but
Yeah. Yep.
and okay, yeah, Hollywood Hills still got some answers. Outdoor areas and AI, I don't think so, bruv. But I respect every opinion. All right.
He does not.
Favorite maps. Ice cream parlors, observation.
We can speed through these
Yeah,
next two.
yeah,
I think.
yeah, I think so too.
Oh, I definitely know what I wrote. T1. I definitely
Yeah.
wrote T1.
Yeah, ICP. Let's go.
You voted for research though, Sam. Just saying.
That's true. I like playing research a lot.
But yeah, it's basically always the same, right? And I do think T1 is like, yeah, the candidate for the new community favorite map. Like, it's just very cool. I think everybody likes it. So, yeah, Vandala, you voted for Lagoon. Wow, I think a lot of people actually hate this.
That must have really been after he beat me on Lagoon.
I think so, yeah.
Also, who the
And I
fuck?
don't like T1 because I
Oh,
can't tell you how often I forget that I don't have snapping, and I think, okay, I'll do that project and snap the card in photo 6, and then you get one card from range. Fuck
That's
you.
true.
yeah, okay. But I feel like no snapping is actually kind of more. It feels more balanced in a way. I don't know. Also, who voted for Rescue
At least
Station's
you
favorite
can
map?
snap from deck.
True. Okay, least favorite map. Go through again. Yeah, drawing board. Hands down, the least favorite maps. Caves actually not showing up here. So Silver Lake, Hollywood Hills, Rescue Station. Yeah, makes sense, I guess.
I'm
So,
surprised Caves is not up there.
yeah, I agree. I mean, so BDW voted for drawing board. I'm sure that you also did, Sam. Yeah, you did.
I believe I did.
Randali voted for Silver Lake. Interesting. And what did I vote for? Hollywood Hills, of course. Also, I'm the only one, by the way, who voted for Geozoo as the favorite map because I'm a based person. Okay, best map bonus. Is it still determination?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
You did not vote for this though, Andrew.
Oh crap! What did I do?
Yeah. Toby, you did vote for it. I voted for.
Oh, now I know what I wrote.
Yeah. So the second one is not marketing; it is player person sponsor. That was also your choice, BDW. I voted for pouching.
Oh, okay. I got it wrong then. I got myself wrong. I thought I put the Tech Harbor ability from T1.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea actually. Yeah, but I mean,
Oh, it's because you didn't give me that as a choice.
true.
Damn it.
I only put like 3 rep, right? But
Yeah. Oh, what's better, 2 rep or 3 rep?
but honestly, when I saw you vote for person sponsor for free, I thought like, BLW voted for it. This makes so much sense. Like,
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to beat determination.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Clever used to be rated very high, right? Like second best or so, but has fallen out of favor a little bit. But yeah,
I would personally say marketing is better than player person sponsor for
I
free.
agree, to be honest. It's just
More flexibility.
Yeah, and also like I mean, how much of the player person was it's like the ability is good, but it's also good because we get the person sponsors for free in Lagoon.
I was thinking in the context of the map,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I was
Okay.
rating it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so hot takes. Usually we did have like this or that, where I presented you with 2 options, something like 3x or 10 money, Emo or Ostrich, and you had to decide within one. But I don't know. I felt like it would have become a little bit stale. So instead, we have 10 hot takes. It's supposed to be hot takes, and then you have to agree or disagree. They were designed in a way that I hope that like the agree or the approval rate would be like between like 20 to 40%. Well, we'll see how this turns out in reality. But okay, first one, Explorer is overrated. Did anybody here agree with this? Actually, a few did. Okay.
I cannot remember my answers anymore.
I voted no.
Yeah. So did you, Toby. I voted agree, and Andrew, you also voted agree. And 24% do think it's overrated. So, I mean, 1/4? It's not nothing.
I think people can snap it up like too late in the game, but it's just, if it's starting hand, it's just the best card.
I think I did have that in mind, where it's like people are snapping it mid to late game, like, okay, I'll just break and emulate the same effect.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's overrated simply because I don't think it's the best card. Like, it's still definitely S tier, but I mean, I think it's okay to think it's the best card, but I don't think it's weird. It's weird sometimes how people feel like Explorer is like an own tier. Like, it's Explorer and then everything else, which I don't know.
I definitely feel uncomfortable playing against an Explorer, but I feel there are more devastating things like a native farm for an inedible 18 to 19 points.
Yeah, or like Aquarium. Like you said, like in my starting hand, I would much rather have Aquarium than Explorer, actually.
Or, Tech Institute.
Now, Tech's maybe also overrated, I think. I don't know. But, yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say. Personally, I actually do think Aquarium is the best card in your starting hand. But, okay, we can go to the next one. Money sponsors is overrated. Because I did have people that tell me, like, why did you put, like, best action card other than money sponsors? So there are quite some people who think it is overrated, actually, if they don't think it's the best. Did any of us agree? No, that all four of us.
I think I spent a lot of time thinking if it was or not, and I probably wrote no.
Yeah, all four of us voted
I wrote no.
Yeah. How many percent do you think voted yes, though?
20.
15.
15, okay. It's 29.
Wow.
So, I would have to assume that if you think it's overrated, you think it's not the best action card, right? So, well, yeah, I don't know.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, yeah, okay.
Because because coming back to me, I was considering, do I agree or disagree with this? And I was thinking, yeah, money sponsors is very oppressive, but you also have those games where it just duds. But it should pump some mileage within the game. And then you have those degenerate games where someone gets a side lip and you're like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it maybe was overrated when it came out, because I think when it came out, like, people were, like, a bit unreasonable about it. They were treating it like as an automatic win. Like, you have money sponsors on Silver Lake, the game is lost. Like, GG, go next. Which I don't think.
Yeah, I'm far from that. And I do think people do get debated by playing around money sponsors constantly. Like, you have to play every sponsor that gives you money. You don't. Well, it's the same thing when you put down your sponsor buildings. You have to cover money spots. You don't always have to.
Yeah. Also, I mean, there are also some maps where you don't have money spots at all. So, yeah, okay. Reefers are overrated. Let me check your answers. I think you guys all voted for this.
Definitely not.
I'm pretty sure I wrote no here.
I vote yes. I voted for yes because, of course, I'm a contrarian, and I just don't think that. I don't know. I feel like people.
You saw all of them had a positive win rate, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think I'm not denying that they're positive, but I feel like people like tunnel vision too much on them. Like, now I need to play this totally mid ribbon tail ray so I can, I don't know, get the X token from my firefish. Or like, I don't know.
I mean, it's just a good animal in general, though.
Yeah.
It's like 7 appeal for 16 money.
Really? I think it's
that's a good trade.
I view it as 7 appeal for 18 because it takes 1 in Aquarium, but Logic's
that's still a good
the mass
trade.
is still favorable.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, I guess. And also just getting 7 people from a small animal is always nice. But okay, 15% only agreed. So, okay, I guess if we compare this to like the 30% from money sponsors and 20% from Explorer, reefers still seem to be held in very high regard.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Okay, the next one. Sun bear is not the best animal.
Ah, crap. What did I write?
I think I disagree with every hot take.
I think this could very well be true. I mean, they were supposed to be hot takes, right? So I don't want them to have like everybody agreeing. I also disagreed. Randall, you agreed, and BDW also agreed. So now you guys have to tell me what you would consider the best animal if you don't think it's sun bear. Or are you going like, why did I actually agree with this? Or I don't know.
No,
I think
let's
it's
go back
because
to that
I'm
now.
I'm thinking more contextually. So I don't really have a number one animal in my head.
Yeah, okay, but
So you're backtracking.
kind of sounds like it. Gonna lie.
I don't know what I thought, but if you put me on the spot now, I think I would lean towards a point bomb animal because I'm happier to work my way towards playing a Galapagos, for example, than having to set up a sun bear with Asia Partner Zoo and a good project in the end. But still, I'm agreeing that it's a very good, maybe even the best animal, but probably that's why I disagreed or agreed here.
Yeah, I can see this. I mean, Galapagos is definitely a fair shout.
Okay. Fuck it, Perseal.
Speaking about the most overrated card, right? But okay, how many people do you think agreed with this?
60.
Wow.
No, no, like 20.
Okay, so we have 20, 60. What do you think, Andrew?
I'll go with 35.
Okay, damn, it's 63.
That's crazy.
So 2/3, only 1/3 think Sunbear is the best animal, basically. Like, interesting. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. I did not expect this at all, but, you know.
So much for being a hot take.
Yeah, we're just going to leave it up there. Okay, and the next one's also a hot take for sure. Horse Whisperer is one of the best sponsors in the game.
I definitely wrote no here now, didn't I?
Agree.
We have one agree, and that's it. I think, Sam, you want to disagree? I also disagreed.
I like it a lot, but it's not one of the best in the game because of consistency reasons.
Yeah, we can talk about it. But okay, how many percent do you think voted yes?
Not many.
50.
40.
No. Like 18%.
Okay, gotta say, Sam, you don't seem to have the best grasp of what the people think, because 44% seem to think it's one of the best.
I mean, you guys are too.
What you mean by one of the best, but yeah.
Yeah, you guys are too analytical. So of course it can be bad and it doesn't have a high bottom as the really good sponsor card. But best sponsor can also mean best game design, best fun to play it, and that's what I take into account here.
Okay, fair enough.
I really like the design, and it's just so much fun spamming the cheap petting zoos for so much appeal.
I think being able to look in the discard pile is very good game design.
Agreed.
But that's not how
I don't really. That's actually my least favorite part about it. I know Yeti is frothing at the mouth about this feature, but it's not the part I care about. I just do it because I can, but I'm not enthusiastic about it.
I mean,
you
was this?
It feels more like an obligation. No, I genuinely hate having. I genuinely have to hate looking through the discard pile to just remember stuff. It's not my favorite part of the game, even if I can do it.
Do you guys actually remember, like, or do you just look to the discard pile and then, like, 5 turns later you've already forgotten?
It's more just keep an eye out of any key things that are in the discard because you know they can't be threats later on.
Yeah, I think it's also nice to know what your opponent has discarded that you knew was in their hand.
Also,
Yeah, it's like seeing an Amazon house in the discard pile. I'm like, okay, you threw away that. What the hell is this?
honestly, this happens every game to me. Like, I look at this card and I ask myself, what the fuck were you doing? Like, I don't know. Like, there's always one card where
Yeah.
you don't understand how they ever discarded it.
Well, you have to mind
it
that.
can be through things like Hunt.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Sometimes it was hunted away.
That's true. Okay, good point. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, also Chinese players rate Horse Whisperer extremely high, right? I think Slayer once shared like Alpha Boo's tier list of the best person sponsors you can get on Lagoon, and I think Alpha Boo had Horse Whisperer at number 1. Like, I don't know. So
yeah, when you have 3 hours to write down everything in the discard pile.
Yeah, maybe, but I think it's very hard to gauge the power level of this card because I do feel it's kind of like underplayed a bit. So maybe once people like begin to play it more often, we can see that maybe it's just a win con on its own.
I think it can be a game-winning card for sure, but it just isn't a lot of the time.
Yeah. Also, 6 rep is actually, I don't know, I find it so hard to get the 6 rep often. Then it stays in my hand forever. Okay, this one, well, you will like this one, BDW. 2CP Worker is worse than 2CP Upgrade, on average, obviously, in Marine Worlds.
It's clearly
probably
worse.
said yes.
Clearly worse, yes. Without even checking, 100, I'm very sure that you, I mean, you've talked about it before, right? And Bristle, I think you voted agree.
Yeah, I
you
must have. Just
Yeah, you
because
did.
how upgrades you get. Yeah.
Okay, so Sam, you are actually the only out of us 4 who disagreed.
I don't think it's clearly worse. I think I take them about 50% of the time each, roughly.
I feel like I think I take 2CP Worker maybe like 20 to 25% nowadays. Like,
I would have to check my stats. I feel like it's about 50-50.
yeah. Like just watching your streams, I think you're right that you'll still take it very often. But yeah, I mean, maybe BW can like talk about this a little bit, but because in Discord you've talked about this like several times, like how you actually think that or even stream that you prefer the upgrade over the worker normally.
It's because sponsors. It's just the sponsors augments are stupid.
I mean, yeah, it's Panda does, right? Just upgrade sponsors, ship them out, and win, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think in Marine Worlds, 2CP Worker is worse than in base game, but I don't think that it's clearly worse than 2CP Worker.
You should have underlined that word, Panda.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the wording is also makes it a bit hard to say whether you want to agree or not. But we have a 50-50 split.
That seems about fair.
Yeah, probably not that hot of a take because also just observing how others play, I do see many people really deprioritizing 2CP Worker nowadays. One upgrade.
We've gone full circle. We're going to be back to never take 2CP Worker.
Yeah, it kind of feels like this. Like, I often have games where I feel like, oh, I should have taken the Worker. I lost this game because I greeded for the upgrade. But yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, this one is truly a hot take, probably. A perfect AI would have an Animus upgrade rate of below 90%.
I cannot remember.
I cannot agree with that.
Unless
they know like what is coming up in the deck, I think Animals upgrade is too important.
Yeah, I mean, with a perfect AI, most things basically like if you play perfectly, you don't need an Animus upgrade of over 90%, basically, because most of us have like 99, right?
I probably disagreed with this one.
Yeah, you voted disagree. I agreed, actually. I don't know. But this is more like vibe guess. Obviously, it's hard to say. I do think Animus is so over-upgraded, though. It's just like, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I feel like it's often that just like, I feel like it's often like both autopiloting and just like feeling of security, but
I don't think it's the issue of how often Animals gets upgraded, it's the issue of when it gets upgraded.
that is true. Yeah.
It will almost always happen, but there are many games where you can defer it by a surprising amount.
I mean, that's what we often see, right? Like people don't know what to upgrade, and then they just upgrade animals, just as like the default upgrade, because like they go, yeah, I will get value out of it. But honestly, especially early on, you often don't get value out of it at all if you don't need the rep. I feel like.
It's because they forgot to upgrade cards because they upgraded build instead, chumps.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this kind of like ties to that, right? If you think that you don't need such a high animals upgrade rate, then you need to spend the upgrades on something else, right? So you need to think that build upgrade should be upgraded more often, I guess. Which honestly I do.
Yeah, or you just grab less partners or something.
Yeah, true. But okay, I mean, this is truly a hot take for sure. But how many people do you think agreed? How many percent?
15.
I've been wrong so far, so I'm going to say like 80%.
Okay, it's 22, which is honestly more than I thought, right? But well, yeah, no, I guess it's reasonable.
That seems about fair.
And Cow actually voted disagree, and I guess he must know best because he played 100 games in a row without the upgrade. So, as much as we hate to do this, maybe we trust his verdict here.
Current arena leader.
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about this. Let's go next. Wave is a good addition to the game.
I probably said no.
Yes, you disagreed. Yeah, Toba, you also
I said
disagreed.
yes.
I also agreed.
I think it is a good addition. Base game
What did I
feels
say?
boring without Wave.
You voted for no.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, I have to remember, like during the meetup, you were even like still complaining about waves.
I mean, I have a lot to complain about it, but I have to say, when I started playing Marine Worlds, I thought it's the worst thing in the world because I always always looked at the cards that come into folder 1 or 2, and then they suddenly disappeared. I'm gonna say that it's not that big of an issue after you get used to it, but I think during the meetup, I said it's a bad addition because you just simply forget to do it when you play in real life.
Okay, that is actually true. Yeah.
And yet your favorite map has 3 wave spots on it.
But not because
I
of
don't
it.
mind Lagoon's waves, but I hate the waves on cards when it's sporadic.
Yeah, but
I like it. It just adds excitement to me.
Yeah, I do think it's also kind of like skill based, because like if you see like Sam or any top players playing and going through their thoughts, right? We always have waves or often have waves in mind. Like, do I want to draw this card? Maybe trigger a wave. I feel like it's kind of skill expression, like playing around the odds.
Yeah.
But I mean, when they came out,
anyway.
basically everybody was hating waves, right?
I like my shifts being as expected. That's not where I like my RNG.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, how many percent do you think like wave?
40?
40.
Okay. The answer is, bam, here you go.
Ooh,
yes.
Okay, I agree.
So, I think like the community has it's really grown on most people. I think if you did this 1 year ago or like half a year ago, we probably have like the opposite distribution.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. Endgame should be completely deleted from the game. I don't think.
I definitely wrote no here.
I definitely wrote no.
I disagree.
Yeah, I think all of us disagreed. I mean,
what? I thought you want them to be gone, Panda.
No. I only want it to be like rebalanced, but I think it's cool to have them. I think they add an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. If everything was open information, the game would be a lot more boring.
Yeah, agreed. It's got to say, like obviously we all something's venting if we draw this UCP endgame from the elephant or just get 3 off ones. But I don't think that's endgames in general, like not endgames as a concept or as a game mechanic, but just like the endgames itself. So
you're deleting all endgames, and I'm upset.
Also, like I do think it's like also a big skill factor, right? Like, we are all trying to play around our end games. I think it makes late game decisions very interesting. Like, do I do this to gain more appeal, but then the trade-off is maybe losing a diverse tag or something like this? Like, I kind of like it.
If you're talking about just endgames from sponsors, definitely.
No. Sponsors end games stay forever. But yeah, okay, let's go for 12% only agreed. So
That's very reasonable.
yeah. And okay, the last one. Someone will reach 1,000 ELO this year. So right now, the record is 965 by Song Chen. And BDW, you've been at 945. Do we think 1K is even possible, like, at all, in theory, or is it just
Yes.
inhuman?
I mean,
Yes.
you just have to win it. You just have to win enough games in a row. It'll happen eventually.
So that you would agree, Sam?
I don't think it'll happen this year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you disagree.
I might have been spiteful and I wrote no.
What? But I thought, like, I mean, I think most people would think of you about reaching 1K ELO. Like,
No, it's not gonna be me. I'm too old for this shit.
well, please
You
don't talk
missed
about.
the average age thing at the start of the stream.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew, you're sitting here in a call with 3 people in their 30s, okay? So please do not talk about age. Like, it's painful us. But
I mean, Arc Nova age. Too old for this shit.
yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, I would agree, and Randale, so did you. Yeah, I don't think you can rationalize it, right? That happens or doesn't. How many people do you think believe in Song or BDW? I think if it happens, it's going to be one of these two.
I don't believe in myself.
I'm not sure Songchen has the motivation to go for 1K.
Yeah, he may just not play against
Honestly,
everyone.
I think Song and I are in the same boat for that.
I mean, yeah, it's very mentally taxing, right? Having to win basically, like, I don't know, 40, 50 games in a row. So, but okay, 44% think it will happen this year. So that's quite a lot, to be honest.
It could. I mean, it could.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just maybe it's Songchen not playing. You'll be grinding. This could be the reason why it doesn't happen. Or maybe Kao is actually doing it. But if this happens, I'm honestly just retiring from Nova. I could not take this. Anyways, okay, last category. Oh, more hot takes. Oh, I think we have to go through this quickly, I guess. So BDW wrote, cut down from long-com salvage is perfectly usable. What do you mean with perfectly usable?
We get tangible benefits from it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we have Sam who voted for salvage as the most overrated one.
Like you can get $5 a clever or something like that because you auto your 2 hexes and you should have some extras lying around that's covering a placement bonus. So you just cut that down and then place the 2 hex again during income to get a crucial clever during break or something. Once again.
Sometimes, sure, sometimes.
I mean, I think we all sometimes.
I was able to use it. I was able to use it as an archaeologist on outdoor.
Yeah, I think we all do it sometimes, right? For like the Partner Zoo or the Uni or ×2. But I like what you said, Andrew, like about like sometimes you can also just cut down something which gives you another clever, another X token, another 5 money. In a way, it is very much like archaeologist, right? Just giving you another extra placement bonus.
Yep.
Maybe underused. I mean, I would definitely not disagree with this take. Definitely disagree with JD is the god of Nova. Honest, just put this in to mock both JD and Carl because, bro, what?
I don't know why you added this.
I think it's time to disown Cal, Sam.
Yeah, just for the lols. Also, to be fair, one of the main reasons was that some of the hot takes were very lengthy, like would have taken up an entire slide on their own. So, yeah, my hot take was that I think people are just giving money way too often when getting pilfered. Saying that this is someone who also always gives money, of course, but
I'm probably on the gambler side of pilfering.
Yeah, I like giving it
Usually.
card.
it just feels
Jackson.
better. Talking about thoughts and
Sorry,
about
Carl.
tech. Yeah, talking about pets. But okay, so last category, Emo Cup Season 4. Who is projected to be the winner? Well, okay, I think we can say that it's probably not going to be surprised that it's going to be you again, BW. I also don't know why I always get votes. Like, guys, please, I don't want this.
Oh no, I went down by 18%.
So yeah, but 46% BW, 20% from you, Sam. I got some Cow, Helby, Nizumi, Sunbeam. AdamHorton voted for Ryan Echtenack, his friend, so some more support. Yeah, I like this.
My hot take: BDW is not making it out of his group.
Ooh. He's already 2-0.
I've already told him this as well.
I do find it funny when you look at the season 3 poll with me at the top and Dugong second, and I annihilate Dugong.
Yeah, hey, I mean, Dugong did not get any vote this time. I mean, he hasn't been above 700 for a while. Maybe he's washed up. People have lost faith in Dugong. I haven't.
I think I also lost that 80% for trolling on last season.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think, objectively, it has to be you, probably BW, but maybe it's just a bit of a boring answer because neither Sam nor Toby nor me actually voted for you. I know you're the favorite, but
I am the lame answer at this point, so we do need to spice it up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so Randall voted for Scalding, I voted for Nizumi, and Sam, you voted for Sunbeam. I think, yeah, it can happen for sure, right? All 800 players. So, also, I hate to say it, but I feel like this may be Cow's season. Like, he's actually playing really well.
Cow's a good chance. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he would be too obnoxious about it, so we all hope it's not going to happen, but it may. Dark Horse. Yeah, I mean, Toby, you're going to like this that you're up there, but you got 3 votes.
Whoa!
I was supposed to write Toby, but I did not. I wrote someone else.
Yeah, you wrote Der Todgeweihte.
I wrote Der Tod, and I beat the shit out of it.
Randall, you voted me. Sam, you voted Milowit, and I voted. Who did I vote? Oh, I voted Slayer, of course. But yeah, I mean, in a way, maybe you're too strong, Toby, to be a dark horse and like have too much success.
For me, I already mentioned Toby on stream, so
yeah, I feel like you're a bit too humble about this. Like, I don't know. Against strong opponents, you always show up. So I think very good answer. But personally, I think you should. I can't really vote for Masters, so that's why I put Slayer. And also COE. Obviously, people seem to be watching Sam's stream a lot. Seeing him getting clapped by COE.
From the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you've really turned the tides, right? But yeah, I mean, obviously, like Andrew Smile, GeoPiglet, I think all these votes are pretty reasonable. Also here, single votes. Yeah, I mean, if you see your name here, then you have someone who believes in you. So don't disappoint them.
Is it okay for you to be in there, Panda?
No, I don't mind it. Like, I mean, you can interpret Dark Horse however, right? So I hate getting votes because then I feel like if I fail, then these people believed in me and, like, I didn't live up to it. But that's the main reason. Will any Pool 1 players miss the final stage? I think so far, each season someone has. And I think also all 3 of you voted. Oh no, Toby, you voted no. I also voted no. Sam
I think I voted
I definitely voted yes.
You voted yes. Yeah, most people.
Because Sam's a hater.
But
I mean, how many people advance per group? It's 3, right?
3 out of 8. Yeah.
I think 1 person will miss out.
I just feel like with best of 3s now, and honestly, like these people here are all. I mean, we have Cow and 7 extremely good players, so I feel like I don't know. But okay, I'm going to press it. I feel like if you vote yes, you should also just answer who, but that's probably a bit too toxic. So let's leave it at that.
It's you.
That's fair. Will any Pool 8 players?
Wait, no, you rigged the tourney so that you have the easiest pool. Never mind.
Yeah, I actually voted no here also.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I voted.
I voted yes because you have COE and Slayer in there.
Yeah, and crops. And I mean, like, we just names we don't really know, right? But then they improve, or they are just better than we thought because we never played against them. And
yeah, I think there's a good chance one will sneak through.
Yeah, I mean, so far every season one player has. So yeah, most people do believe in this. Let's see. I mean, COE has already played 4 matches and he's 1-3, I think. So it's going to be hard for him. But of course, Slayer, if you're still watching, we all believe in you, babe. You're going to do it. It's just slow worm everyone to death, and it's going to be fine. Will we have a game of 22 turns or fewer? Well, we're like 70 games in. We already have 4 games with 23 turns. So
it just seems like an inevitability.
Yeah. Will it happen this time? I think probably all voted yes. No, BDW voted no. Interesting. And okay, most people also seem to think no. I mean, the difference between 22 and 23 is actually pretty huge, I would say.
Yeah, but with Marine Worlds now, I think we should be getting some 22s.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I feel like it should be like 80% yes if Blanket Addict was in the tournament. But without, I still think it's going to happen. But we'll see. Which map will be the most picked? So far, it's always been Ice Cream Parlors. And so basically, the options were, is it going to be Ice Cream Parlors or something else? And okay, it's like 50-50 spread. I don't think there's too much to discuss here. It's interesting to see whether it will hold up or not. So far, the most picked map is Ice Cream Parlors. I think it's going to be ICP. Just everybody. Unless BDW bans out every time, but...
No, I am always banning ice cream.
Yeah. Exactly for this reason, right? Because everybody likes to play.
No fun allowed.
But, yeah. I mean, it's just basically the map without haters. I think T1 could also be a candidate, but... Yeah. Will Rescue Station have a ban rate of over 80%? Last season, the map with the highest ban rate was Commercial Harbor with 73%.
Probably wrote no.
I think not even close. I think there'll be enough people that just don't mind having it in.
Yeah. Also, I mean, 80% is very high. We have like 6 more maps in the pool now. So
yeah.
Most people voted for yes. Interesting. But
wow.
So right now, as I said, like 70 games. Right now, Rescue Station is actually not even the most banned map. Commercial Harbor is still the most banned map.
I don't know why people hate Commercial Harbor so much.
I don't get it either, to be honest.
They don't want to get art.
Okay.
Maybe.
And also, it can just be really annoying to have to deal with automatic selling. It means that the rounds will almost always go long. For most people, I guess, when you're playing ASIM.
Yeah.
It's not a map I enjoy playing that much either, in practice.
True. I mean, I guess it's also a reason why you maybe banned it. You don't want the opponent to pick it, and then rematch, you maybe have to play it yourself. So
I can play it, it's just I don't enjoy it that much for reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it either. And, I mean, but yeah, it seems like Rescue Station will not have such a high ban rate at all. Right now, it's at like, I don't know, like 60%. So
I will definitely contribute to a higher ban rate because I'm 2 out of 2 losses right now on Rescue Station. I will ban it every single time from now on.
I think that's reasonable. I think I will never ban it because I've talked so much shit about this map, about it being mid, so I kind of have to back it up and just play against it and prove it, I guess. Which sponsor will be played the most? So the options were, it's going to be Federal Grant, Science Library, or something else. Last season, Adventure Playground actually snuck into 2nd place. Most people seem to believe in Science Library now. We don't have stats for this yet. I think Tobiko always like opens his stats hub like at the end of the group stage or so. So we have to see, but yeah, just like some games. Which action card will be upgraded more? Will be the 2nd most upgraded, cards or sponsors? Most people seem to think sponsors, although the stats.
No, it's Marine World. Yeah, it's Marine Worlds. You're upgrading sponsors.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you check the upgrade rates of top players, even Marine Worlds, I think cards is still higher than sponsors. So
it is because you have builders.
Fair enough.
I don't think we have many builders in Emu Cup.
Yeah.
No, I mean the stats.
Yeah,
In the stats, there are builders.
It wouldn't surprise me if cards was higher for the tournament, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind.
I mean, I voted for cards actually, but I'm also a cards upgrade lover.
Wait.
I have to say.
I must have written sponsors for some reason.
No, you voted for cards.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's because cards almost always happens, but when
Yeah.
sponsors hits, just for a little bit less frequency, it hits harder.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be reasonably close. And okay, this is the last one. How many Emus will be played? So the options were 10 or more or fewer than 10. And most teams think fewer than 10. Sam, you voted for more.
That's crazy.
Bro,
Easily going to be more than 10.
What I'm asking
I
myself
wrote fewer.
I asked myself in season 3, who even played the 13 Emus? Like, what the heck?
I played one already
It was actually
this
just one
season.
guy.
Oh, but Toby already played one. Oh man.
I released it, and the aviary stayed empty until the end of the game.
Yeah,
It was great.
That sounds very common. Yeah. But okay, I mean, 10 Emus is not a lot. We were going to have like 600 to 700 games in the end. So
Exactly, like, it's going to be more than 10.
yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, 13 last time, maybe we're going to be close to this. But all right, so we've clocked in at 2 hours. So much about getting it done in 90 minutes. But that's it. We are done with the questionnaire. Thanks, you guys, for joining. Yeah, was a pleasure. Any last words?
Nope. Good luck, everyone.
Yep.
Indeed. All right, then let's call it a day. Thanks for bearing with that for 2 hours, having 4 people yapping, and see you then for the questionnaire video in season 5. Bye bye. Oh no! Wait. Okay, you guys can tune out, but I have to show the image of AdamHorton's pets. I think, because I promised this.
What
Okay,
did I write
let's
in the
finish
pet
with some.
section?
So check. Oh man, where is it?
Hang on, Panda's busy finding some pictures.
Yeah. I mean, if it's going to take too long, then.
Or we've had some results while the stream's been going on.
Ooh, okay.
Portguard has 2-0'd Omni.
Portguard has played 4 matches so far, and he's won them all. So.
Wow.
Maybe also a dark horse. Wait, so I'm just gonna post it into Discord now. I mean, everybody needs, like, if you're sending a picture of your pets, then everybody has to see it. I think that's how it goes.
Oh my god, cows.
So here it goes. Here we have 2 cats of Adam. Very cute. Oh wait, it doesn't show.
Maybe you should ping Adam instead of just posting random cats.
True. Wait. It doesn't show on stream, right?
They are.
Oh, okay, no.
They are cute.
Okay, yeah, they are cute indeed. All right, so that's a worthy finish to this blessed stream. Have a nice day, everyone, and bye bye.